Hello everybody, in this video I will be sharing with you top 10 most complimented aquatic summer fragrances. I want to start by House of Paco Rabanne at number 10 spot, INVICTUS Legend. This fragrance is fruity, sweet, oceanic and salty. In the same time we have sweet notes and salty notes in the same bottle. If you have smelled other fragrances from line of INVICTUS like INVICTUS Intense, INVICTUS ACQUA 2016-18 and INVICTUS regular one, you will see that this fragrance leans a bit more mature and darker compared to other INVICTUS fragrances. If you are into dark and sweet type of fragrances, I can say this fragrance is absolutely for you. It doesn't smell that much youthful like other INVICTUSes. You're gonna get by this fragrance a very great longevity, 10-12 hours plus by average projection and average complimenting factor. INVICTUS Legend. Let's continue by House of Giorgio Armani at number 9 spots, Armani Code Colonia. It doesn't mention as an aquatic fragrance, but absolutely I can catch aquatic watery notes out of this bottle. If you have smelled regular Armani Code, this is a springy summery version of that fragrance, watery I can say version of that fragrance. If you haven't smelled, I can say this one is one of the best sweet tonka based aquatic fragrances right now in the market after Chanel Allure Sport. Armani Code Colonia is a very modern, unique and complimenting fragrance. Why it is unique? Because it doesn't smell like other fragrances out there. It's not like generic blue or aquatic citrusy type of fragrance. It is very unique. Modern because of Ambroxan and tonka. We have not that much tonka based Ambroxan fragrances. So if you like Armani Code, the regular one, I can say Armani Code absolutely doesn't go that much to Armani Code Profumo territory. You're gonna love this fragrance. As well, it is watery, aquatic, summery version of those fragrances. Performance is average, complimenting factor is at the top. Next fragrance is from House of ARMAF at number 8 spots, ARMAF Club de Nuit Milestone. This fragrance is floral, fruity and aquatic. So floral because of iris. It's not that much white floral as a smelling type of fragrance. Iris gives to this fragrance a powdery and a slightly herbal kick. Fruity because of citruses and blackcurrant, mostly in the blackcurrant side. And aquatic because of that salty oceanic note. Aquaticness here is oceanic, not that much watery. This is one of the best colognes of Creed's Millésime Imperial right now in the market. There is other colognes, but this one is better. I prefer this one better in terms of performance, price and scent profile. Performs way better compared to real stuff, 8 hours plus, almost 2-3 hours better compared to Millésime Imperial. Projection is also bigger. Price is $50 for 100 ml. Complimenting factor, scent profile, everything about this fragrance is 10 out of 10. It smells almost identical by Millésime Imperial. Let's continue by one of my favorite houses, Yves Saint Laurent YVES. So this fragrance is also not mentioned as an aquatic fragrance, but I can catch aquatic notes out of this bottle. Reminds me of aquaticness in line of INVICTUS. In that genre, smells like hybrid mixture of 2-3 fragrances. It is not that much unique, but it is a very great complimenting and pleasant type of fragrance. I can catch Dylan Blue here. That Ambroxan vibe is reduced, but it is available here. I can catch INVICTUS and YEDP, like 2-3 fragrances together. So in the brief, I can say scent profile of the fragrance is herbal, citrusy, aquatic and sweet. Citruses are not that much main player here. They are here to give a fresh kick only. It is mostly in the aquatic, sweet and herbal side. Performance of YVES is average to good, like 5 to 6 hours. Not as great as YEDP or Dylan Blue, but you're gonna get as big as those fragrances compliments easily by this fragrance. This is a compliment beast. From House of Giorgio Armani at number 6 spot, we have here ACQUA Profondo 2020 release. So this fragrance is also fruity, oceanic and salty. Reminds me of INVICTUS Legend. In that genre you can get salt and sweetness in the same bottle, but sweetness here is much more dominated compared to INVICTUS Legend, and salt is way at the background. At the late dry down you can catch some hint of saltiness, but in the INVICTUS Legend salts are as dominated as sweetness, I can say. Smells pleasant and modern. You can catch that DNA of Aqua di Gio here. Much more Aqua di Gio Absolute because of sweetness, but compared to regular Aqua di Gio, it smells more complex because of resiny vibes, because of mastic and salty vibe. This is much more complex, has more weight to it compared to regular Aqua di Gio. It's not like just boring, linear or heavy on citrus type of fragrance. I really like the way that this fragrance smells. I believe list of aquatic and blue fragrances cannot be done without VERSACE Dylan Blue. So scent of this fragrance is peppery, slightly green, aquatic and incensey. At the opening you can catch at the first hour that aquatic vibes, but at the dry down this fragrance is not that much aquatic. It is earthy, peppery and incensey. So if you are seeking for some clean, extremely watery, aquatic, clean out of shower type of aquatic fragrance, this is not that one. It is a dark, earthy, incensey and somehow aggressive fragrance by hint of aquaticness. It smells enough pleasant and designery, nothing wow, nothing groundbreaking. Reminds me of Bleu de Chanel, I can say inspired by that fragrance, like a scratchy, metallic, synthetic version of that fragrance. But this one got me 10 times, I can say, bigger compliments compared to Bleu de Chanel, and it is way cheaper compared to that fragrance. Again by House of VERSACE, another masterpiece, VERSACE Prom at number 4 spot. This fragrance is absolutely an aquatic fragrance. I can catch big time amount of aquatic notes, but it doesn't mention as an aquatic fragrance on the platforms. It is a citrusy and aquatic, absolutely. It is effervescent, citrusy. I can catch slightly florals, I can catch tonka. Reminds me of a little bit Armani Code Colonia, like that one, aquatic, slightly floral, tonka type of fragrance, and absolutely Chanel Allure Homme Sport. VERSACE Prom opens up citrusy, aquatic. At the first hour or at the first half an hour, you can catch both notes as dominated and as powerful as each other, but at the dry down fragrance leans more aquatic, and that citrusy notes will stay at the back. Performance is average, like 6 hours, but can stay on the clothing longer and projects very loud at first hour. It is very room filler and absolutely noticeable. In terms of compliments, one of the biggest compliment getters in my collection, hands down. As I said in several videos, in fragrance game, I don't care about persons, brands, presentations, countries, names, only juice inside. One of the kings in the aquatic game, RASASI, HAWAS, hands down. So scent profile of this fragrance is aquatic aromatic, or is in the simple way I can say aquatic, spicy, fruity. Fruits like citruses, plum, apple, aromatic because of cinnamon, cardamom, and a great musk. Such a great musk in this fragrance. If you haven't smelled musk, if you don't know how is the scent of musk, what is musky dry down, go by RASASI HAWAS. Performance, price, compliments, scent profile, everything 10 out of 10. When I say very pleasant, very great scent profile, I don't mean that this fragrance is natural or such a natural musk. Fragrance is synthetic, absolutely, but in a very pleasant and acceptable way, not that much scratchy and cheap smelling fragrance. So I can get by this one 10-12 hours plus in terms of longevity on the skin and 3 hours solid projection. At number 2 spot, one of the best unbeatable blue aquatic fragrances in the market and in the universe and beyond. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. Compliment monster. Scent profile of the fragrance is slightly citrusy, again not that much heavy on the citruses. I like the way that it smells. It is herbal because of marigold, junipers and the woody. It's such a great performance. Scent profile is extremely unique and outstanding. You cannot find easily any other similar fragrances to this one out of line of light blue. In the line of light blue you can catch some similar or mutual DNAs. If you are into less playful, more mature, fresh summer fragrances, fresh aquatic summer fragrances, this one is absolutely for you. Performance is very great, 10-12 hours plus in terms of longevity by 3 hours, huge projection and sillage. At number 1 spot, I think you can guess which fragrance is in my hand. By far the best aquatic fragrance in the market, Acqua di Gio Profumo. So Acqua di Gio DNA continuous, has evolutions, but I believe this is at the end of evolution. They cannot do any better other versions over this fragrance. They do other versions like Acqua di Gio Profondo, but absolutely that fragrance is not better than Acqua di Gio Profumo. Acqua di Gio Profumo, like other unique smelling summer fragrances, is heavy on herbs and less on the citruses, by hint of aquaticness and incense note at the dry down. Don't forget, subscribe the channel. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. Stay safe, see you in another video.